Okay, so for week 9 of spring anime, shows keep going. We're almost finished with the season, almost summer already. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but yeah, some shows wrapping up. Dorohedoro was a finale for season 2. It was a fun story continuation with a lot of answers and even more questions. I think it's gonna wrap up in a season 3 in the future. All the other shows go on, which had Atelier I've been enjoying. It's pretty chill so far after like such an explosive first few episodes. ReZero continues. Like, we're still like doing a lot of shit in this tower, and the story keeps like surprising you, introducing random shit. So another like kind of hard trial for Subaru. Dr. Stone kind of escalates, almost wrapping up, where yeah, they finally go to the moon. So yeah, it happened. Will they beat the villain? We'll see. And I've been liking Botan Kamiina as well. One of my favorite slice of life shows in a while. Just like girls drinking alcohol, but then the story, each character has like maybe some complex personality traits, and then they're portrayed really well as, you know, different characters are interacting. And yeah, all the other shows continue. Romance shows, Gal Otaku, Second Prettiest Girl, Ramparts of Ice, There's Rent a Girlfriend, Marriage Toxin I've been liking. And yeah, a lot more other shows continue. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, starting off with Witch Hat Atelier. So we have 10 episodes. And so far, what happened since last time, basically, we saw the Knights Morales, the magic police. They were kind of like grilling Coco because she turned this whole like riverbank into sand. The Brim Hats actually gave her a rigged ink jar. It was during like the dragon fight where Coco kind of got kidnapped for a bit. But yeah, like this ink is now like really strong. It's like enhanced with the Brim Hat's blood. So yeah, Kifri kind of realizes this. They do research, and then Kifri is like so obsessed because he's like, I'm so close to like kind of capturing the Brim Hats. He tries to track the source of the ink jar because he sees there's like a teleportation spell on it. So then while he's trying to like cross-examine it, there's like a failsafe on it. So when he pulls it out of the ink jar, the spell kind of backfires on him, and it just like kind of floods him and electrocutes him. But we see the Brim Hat there. He kind of shows up as well, teleporting through the jar, and just, you know, takes all the evidence, goes away. So yeah, Kifri could have died straight up. Have like an interesting development. We see all the characters training. Kifri is also like such a mess, such a bad teacher. Like he's just like not paying attention to anybody. I guess he's just like super focused. And then also at the same time, Coco passes out from being sick. So like overwork and tiredness. They kind of rush to the hospital on the island. And at the same time, they meet Tarta. So yeah, he's like the red-haired dude that was working at the magic stationery shop. So he kind of like becomes friends with Coco in this episode. He actually makes a spell for him because there's like all these medicines in the hospital. But at the same time, everyone left the hospital because there's a fire somewhere, so they're all like kind of helping. And then Tarta, he was trying to like find some like kind of herb to heal Coco, make her feel better. But then he's colorblind, so he has like this silver disease that just like makes everything look dark. That's also kind of like a disability that stops him from learning magic, because a lot of like teachers, they want you to be perfect. So any flaws, same with like, you know, people like Agate, they're seen as rejects. So yeah, you know, he has like all the struggle within him. Coco kind of like inspires him, makes him a spell. It's like the reverse of the Wallbreaker spell, where it kind of restores something into its original form. So if you put it under these magic jars of powders, it tells you like which flower or herb it came from. So yeah, she made this spell for him. Now he can like kind of tell from sight. And also it's like a nice kind gesture for her. And again, just like, you know, cute, wholesome friendship episode here. The pacing of these episodes has slowed down significantly, but it's like kind of like chill world building so far. It's definitely taking its time in a good way. We're meeting like a lot of different characters doing things. And at the same time, Coco's there, helping people, making friends, and, you know, also learning magic. We also have ReZero season 4 and 9 episodes. What is happening? We're still in this tower, and instead of fighting the red-haired sword saint to like proceed, Subaru gets amnesia. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who comes up with this? It's like pretty crazy. But yeah, amnesia Subaru is so insufferable, because I hated season 1 Subaru. We're seeing more of him. There's like a scared, timid, freaked out dude. Even though he's used to isekai concepts and waifus, he's not ready to deal with the return by death trauma. So that's like happening here. So he got amnesia randomly reading a book in the library. He sees Amelia and Beatrice just like, you know, trying to support him. Yeah, like they see that something's wrong. Also, yeah, Rem, Julius, Anastasia, they see that like, yo, Subaru's acting kind of sus. Maybe we should cut him loose. Like, no one wants to deal with him, which is like kind of like, what? Like, isn't Beatrice's familiar? Shouldn't she still follow him, keep track of him? And like the thing is, no one is looking after him, so he just like dies. Someone is pushing him off the tower, and yeah, like he's not used to return by death. Now he's getting a little bit mind broken. Isn't this Subaru kind of like a isekai video game nerd? Wouldn't he Also make moves on Shala because Shala seems to be pouncing on him, you know, same as ever. I would assume like the one person that's like actually kind of being nice to you, maybe you should confide in them if you have no memory. But yeah, bro, this dude is so annoying. Anyway, yeah, like he continues to die in this tower multiple times, getting pushed off. He wants to like kind of figure out what's happening. Also, he has to figure out why he's dying. Basically, piece things through like in season 1, but it's gonna take some time. But they are taking their time. It's like 2-3 episodes so far. The current episode in 9 is the aura monster scene where he's like crazy climbing up the stairs and, you know, trying to kill everybody. So yeah, I saw the memes. I saw the happy birthday Daniel. It was so funny. But, you know, he's our protagonist. We're gonna follow. Maybe he'll like kind of, you know, realize I can just like redo shit. We see Shala also like kind of transforming when Subaru leaves the tower. And also, yeah, someone's just like pushing him off. We see a face of the person. It's actually Rem. I'm assuming it might be someone that can body swap because, you know, Rem is sleeping. But someone is like corrupting everybody and everyone's dying. Subaru doesn't know who to trust. And he's also trying not to go crazy. So yeah, that's what's happening right now in this tower. I mean, it's definitely interesting developments. Reminds me a bit of season 2 where, you know, we were stuck in the sanctuary and Subaru had to kind of piece through impossible circumstances to save everybody. So we'll see if he can do it here. But yeah, so far, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the ReZero amnesia regression arc for Subaru. But yeah, we'll see how things go. So after that, we have Botan, Kamiina, fully blossoms when drunk. We have 9 episodes, bro. Every episode so chill, laid back, wholesome, and so much drama. I was expecting cute girls to drink, but yeah, the amount of like, you know, tension, characters trying to, you know, slowly evolve the romance, but at the same time they don't want to, you know, change the status quo. But Ibuki and Botan, like, they're both drinking together, they love each other, they're like staying at hotels together. So yeah, episode 9 they do make it official. It was so cute. But yeah, basically it is a bit painful because there's like a love triangle with Gujo, the purple haired girl. So yeah, you know, she's losing. But yo, Shinlan as well, like she's like so aggressive. So yeah, all these girls are, you know, very multifaceted. I like their personalities. It doesn't feel like the typical tropes. It feels like each character is like their own, kind of having like different conversations, cool dialogue. Sometimes we mix up the cast, so different people are hanging out, drinking together, and, you know, exploring Japan as well, because yeah, these girls are in college, but they're also still like kind of exploring the countryside, living their best lives. So yeah, basically a lot of, you know, cool dialogue, cute girls, romantic tension. I think Ibuki might be warming up to more people. We'll see what's gonna happen, but it looks like she still like prefers Botan over everybody. Also after that, we have Akane-banashi episode 10, one of my favorite episodes of the entire season, because it's Akane's performance. So yeah, she's doing Jugemu. This is the finals. She's able to perform it perfectly, as in like showing everyone's perspective. She's able to like kind of just like tell the story, get you immersed in it. She doesn't have to do any like flashy techniques or styles. She's just able to perform it perfectly. She also does her own spin on the ending, so it's like a happy ending. Everyone is like smiling and clapping. So a great performance. She's basically smurfing. And then yeah, it was like depicted so well in the anime because they also showed the actual like kind of village where Jugemu is. They like kind of drew all the characters, so it's not really Akane performing in the theater. So that's cool. And then she's able to accomplish her goal, which is to talk to Arakawa. You gotta ask him why he fired her dad. Also, at the same time, he gives like one comment during like the judges review, and he's like, "Girl, you know you don't belong here, right?" So I thought that was like a cool line. It's just like praise because she's like so much better than everyone else. And yeah, we see the two characters who tied for second place, the voice actress and the dude that like remixes the stories into modern times. They both see that they were like no match for Akane, so it makes them feel outmatched. But yeah, basically Akane, she's able to tell Arakawa, we get a cliffhanger, why'd you fire my dad? And then he smiles. I assume it's because he knows like he created this monster in Akane, just like a future generation Rakugo performer with like so much talent. So yeah, we'll see what he says. But yeah, again, another good episode, just like seeing Akane's final performance here. And yeah, I guess like the story continues. We also have Dr. Stone's Science Future. So we're on 10 episodes, almost finished up with the season and the whole series because the squad goes to the moon. We have 3 more episodes, and you know, I don't know what's gonna happen in the ending. I'm assuming the Y-Man is like an AI Senku that's maybe freezing people to save the world, something like that, or maybe he's just like a straight up villain. But basically their plan after, you know, they built the rocket ship, it's supposed to be a round trip, so no one's gonna sacrifice themselves. That was like the big deal here. Basically they have like everyone training, and they have a squad of 3 people because they have to keep the weight down on the ship. So it's Senku the scientist, we have Kohaku, who's like, I guess, quick thinking, she has the vision, and you know, a combat specialist, and also Stanley the soldier because he has good aim. They need all 3 of them. I guess if the Y-Man attacks them with the device, then Stanley can shoot it. But basically the latter half of the season, they've been building the rocket, kind of establishing communication throughout the world. In episode 10, before they launch into space, Ryusui actually admits that he's not as good as Stanley. So you want the perfect team to have like the highest success level. Even though Ryusui wanted to go to the moon, like, let's unfree Stanley, have him, because, you know, he can shoot anything. He's a super soldier. So yeah, I mean, I don't really like Ryusui or Stanley. I think both of them are super annoying. Ryusui's like a Gary's dude, just like perfect character. Like basically they all have like kind of cool spacesuits. They actually freeze each other into stone. So it's like in order to save resources and so they don't die during the travel. And then they have like the liquid in their rings to kind of unfreeze them when they go into the moon. So we'll see how the plan goes. But yeah, basically everyone going to the moon. What's gonna happen? I assume we're gonna fight some like moon villain robot dude that'll throw like green beams at you. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But you know, Dr. Stone's almost wrapping up. There's some other stuff, romance shows I've been liking. Gal Otaku is like pretty cute. Even though it's kind of like a self-insert show, I do like the characterization for everybody. We actually learn about how each girl like kind of met each other and how they met Otaku-kun. So yeah, it was just like a funny friendship with everybody, and you know, just like pretty wholesome show. Second Prettiest Girl also goes on. I don't really like the drama here, so yeah, I prefer Gal Otaku over this. Ramparts of Vice continues. It's kind of cute, typical progression with our 4-person romantic group. I don't really have much to say there. Tada Oja I like, so yeah, pardon the intrusion, I'm home. Very cute developments there as well. So yeah, you know, all these romance shows go on. There's like other stuff like the replica show. There's the short skirt class monitor show. There's Rent a Girlfriend season 5. So many romance shows. Marriage Toxin as well I've been liking. So we made another waifu, this pink-haired busty lady. She's part of like the Beast clan. She controls hamsters, but she's not really like strong herself. So yeah, we see Garo kind of helping her, fighting like the Beast family and teaming up with this like other overpowered guy that's not really a master. Dorohedoro season 2 also wrapped up. So yeah, what a crazy show. Every episode just like doing its own thing, just like telling the story in such a crazy way. So much brutal moments as well. Gore, nudity, and you know, just like following this mystery. I liked season 2. We found out the Kaimon mystery and it was just like staring us right in the face. So I don't want to spoil it, but we do find out who like kind of turned him into the alligator man, and we kind of realize why. He's actually so overpowered. Maybe they like trapped him as an alligator, like wiped his memories so like he doesn't kill everybody. Because we see Kaiman, he kind of splits into 2 people. So it's like the cross-eyes boss, and then there's the black-haired dude who's like friends with the guy inside Kaimon, the blonde guy. So yeah, I thought Aikawa was secretly the cross-eyes boss because they look similar, but then they had different clothing, so I couldn't really explain why that would happen. But it looks like they have a split personality, and he just like jumps out of his mouth and explodes and turns into the evil cross-eyes boss that kills everybody. So we end the season there. I think N died, but they might try to revive him. But then, like, you know, cross-eyes boss has his power. He's attacking everybody, and Nikaido's there, so she's like alive and well, teaming up with her dad that can teleport. And yeah, I like how the scope kind of slightly increased with all these like new characters we're getting, but at the same time we're still like kind of in N's mansion doing like similar things, fighting like some wacky people with magic. So yeah, I like the end of this season, and hopefully, you know, season 3 continues the quality and story. It's like such a fun show. So yeah, Mappa working on this season, very unique, highly recommend watching it. We also have Smoking Behind the Supermarket that premiered this week. So yeah, there's technically half the anime release. There's like 14 half-length episodes. So I saw some criticism, it like dies down the hype. They're pre-airing this. But at the same time, you know, it's just like a chill slice of life show. Bit of like, you know, self-insert if you're like a hard-working man that's single. Well, here you can romanticize smoking some cigarettes while being hit on by some like, you know, cute lady. So I saw a few episodes. It's such a wholesome show. I like the teasing so far, and I like the dynamic. I'll probably keep watching more as it like airs officially in the summer. So for Nippon Sangoku, we have episode 10, and you know, the war goes on, more kind of aura dialogue battles. And then in this episode, Misumi, he's actually trying to negotiate with Tyra. So this is like the first time they're meeting, I think, since his wife got executed. So an insane moment here. He had to like kind of compose everything because everyone he's talking to get to Tyra, it's like such an obstacle. He has to like 200 IQ out dialogue them, and then yeah, he's able to do it. And it looks like the technique they've been using in his anime is to like kind of do the opposite of what you think will happen. So here, like, he's gonna request reinforcements, which will allow Tyra to take over the army, but instead he'll do the opposite. He's like, no reinforcements, we want to retreat, actually cancel the war. So yeah, we end the episode in a cliffhanger there where he has to like kind of defend Ryumon, and you know, he doesn't want Tyra to take over the entire army. So yeah, we'll see if we can do it. Maybe not, probably has to keep talking there, but you know, the anime shows him off, able to handle himself. We see Ryumon's forces, they're kind of split up. So yeah, they're kind of shacked up in the castle. The Sei is like surrounding them, and there's like the other people with, you know, Tyra's son and the other general. So they're up north in kind of like impossible circumstances. So I wonder what's gonna happen to kind of like save everybody. story. Maybe they'll send like secret reinforcements, like a small group, but yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, you know, the anime keeps it interesting. There's still like a lot of fun aura moments as well. I think in the previous episode, we saw Ryomon trying to buy some time with the Sei trying to invade the castle. So he lights himself on fire on a bridge tea ceremony in front of them. So Wachima, the leader of the Sei, she like runs away, retreats with everybody because she thinks it's a trap. And then they get embarrassed from that. So yeah, they had to do like some internal politics there. So it kind of buys Ryomon some time. We see there's like different layers to the battle. A lot of people like, you know, playing their parts. So yeah, we'll see how like the war kind of continues. Daemons of the Shadow Realm go on. So yeah, the story continues. It's taking its time kind of, you know, setting up some stuff. There's like a villain of the week sometimes. So some of the moments are like maybe a bit underwhelming so far in the early game. We're gonna have 24 episodes, but basically there was like a battle here. Like it was with these kind of evil daemons, and then they have like insane like cutting power with their arms and legs. They don't really have any other daemons to fight besides right and left. Hero was able to like run away, distract them while right and left attack. You know, we see the bodyguard as well. He has a sniper rifle just sniping the daemons. So yeah, you know, another daemon fight here. Nothing much to write home about. I guess some villains being set up, you know, trying to hunt Asa and Yoru. Also, there's Agents of the Four Seasons. We have episode 11 here. It's a bit disappointing though. Like, I was like down for like the kind of like cute agent story here as they're, you know, trying to spread the seasons, work together, also at the same time maybe fight villains. But every episode feels like the same, where it's like the same type of emotional dialogue. Like, I couldn't protect you back then. It's like very rehashed. Like, we get it. Like, I know this is a big moment, this emotional reunion after 10 years, but at the same time, they just keep beating the dead horse. That's what it feels like. So yeah, again, it's not like the worst thing. It's just like, you know, one maybe plot. Also, another thing is that like all the terrorist fights are a bit unbelievable. Just like dudes just like shooting hundreds of bullets, hunting them down in highways and buildings. So yeah, the action, the battles aren't that great, and the emotional dialogue is just like getting pretty repetitive. At the same time though, the anime does have like good moments. I think like the show looks pretty good. Also, I like most of the characters, like even though the dialogue is annoying, just like having these like characters with seasonal powers working together, I like that idea. Also, at the same time, the music is top tier. I think the music is like the best part of the anime, just like, you know, sad lo-fi type music, and it's done pretty well. Kind of like fits like the spring theme here. But that's it for the shows this week. Thank you for watching. I've been keeping up with some stuff, but, you know, Witch Hat Atelier, ReZero, pretty consistent this season. I've been watching a lot of slice of life and romance shows as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Peace.